Thousands of people visit Kentucky every year to tour the Bourbon Trail. While it's a different experience this summer than usual, the industry continues to grow and expand, especially at the home of the Bourbon Festival. As our Conroy Deluche shows us, another craft is preparing to move in as part of the Rebound Kentucky.
What do you think about that?
The beginning of the pandemic marked 3 months of shuttered rooms and silence inside Kentucky distilleries.
Now, you're waiting for that big hug, and it didn't happen, did it?
Instead of spirits, sanitizer was the main product on the market. But in June, the visitors returned.
Everyone wants to get out, play it safe, get out. And now we are getting lots of people in.
Heaven Hill is welcoming people from all across the country to its Bourbon Heritage Center 6 days a week. Operations manager Ann Marple says things are a little bit different now. The hours are limited, and so is the number of people allowed inside at one time.
We're limited to just 6 guests per room, and we have 2 rooms that are open at this time.
Marple's thrilled to have visitors back here to Heaven Hill, even if it is under COVID-19 restrictions. She's also looking forward to next year.
But we will have a rooftop bar that everyone's excited about. Later on, maybe a restaurant and lots of other surprises to it.
Back in downtown Bardstown, construction is ongoing at a new business.
10-barrel brew house, 5 fermenters, 2 bright tanks right now.
In a town synonymous with bourbon, another alcohol is being brewed at Scout and Scholar.
We are so excited about beer. We're so excited about beer.
The general manager says the pandemic has not disrupted their plans to open in the next couple of months.
We feel like craft beer and the bourbon aficionado are kind of the same person. They're looking for that thing that's a little different, that's a little craftier.
I think it's just another thing to, on that box to check that we have.
Bardstown's tourism director, Samantha Brady, says the pandemic has, of course, slowed some business, but many have been able to stay open by adapting to the current guidelines to ensure that visitors can feel safe. Unfortunately, the in-person experience of the Bourbon Festival, which normally attracts 50,000 people, is canceled for this year. There will still be a virtual Bourbon Festival in October, and Brady says they're already thinking of alternatives for this year's Christmas tree lighting.
What we're thinking this year is that we're going to have a road map where you can take a drive. There'll be stops along the way, maybe for hot cocoa. There'll be packages available for couples.
She says Bardstown will make it through the pandemic, and while things may be different in 2020, there's still plenty of bourbon to taste. In Nelson County, Conroy Deluche, LEX 18 News.